Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Sprout Solutions, Aperon, Tuala, Simf, Secuna, Red Circle Global, Maroon Studios, and Aim High. Check out our partners in the description. Welcome sa Start Right Podcast series ng Startup Podcast PH, where we talk with incubators, accelerators, and enablers that will help you start right with your startup. We're live now dito sa The Bloom Coffee and Startup Space in Davao City. And we have Upgrade InnoLab, non-profit business incubator and accelerator in Davao City. And we have the president, Richard Day, and comms lead, Candice Lieses. Hello,
Hello,
kamusta?
hello.
Kamusta kayo? Kamusta?
Hello, thank you so much for having us.
And thank you rin for having me here. Salamat sa pag-accommodate dito sa The Bloom. I think dito kayo lagi or usually nag-hold ng mga events ng Upgrade, tama ba?
Yes, most of the time. If not,
The startups being supported by Upgrade, sila Write It, which is actually very promising in Davao City. Super. Manage and si Flatbox Innovation. But now, I want to ask more about ano nga ba ang ginagawa ni Upgrade and ano ba yung naging kwento ni Upgrade as an incubator and accelerator. So, huwag natin patagalin pa, Richard and Candice, ano nga ba ang Upgrade InnoLab?
alright. So, ang Upgrade InnoLab is a non-profit business incubator and accelerator. Based kami here in Davao, but we provide our services and support to entrepreneurs in different parts of the country. So, we basically help impact-driven, profitable, and scalable ventures from the build of the idea to the launching stage. And after we launch them, we also support the post-incubation journey of the startups, wherein our acceleration services, takes its space, parang ganyan.
In
Kasi-
one na, in one.
Oo. Kasi, but not all of the startups that we launch are able to proceed to the acceleration stage. Kasi some, they fall out in the market, and others do have special circumstances. So they might want to expand outside Davao and find other incubators to support their journey.
Okay.
But basically, we started all this support to entrepreneurs na magka-incubator and accelerator support kasi we are from Mindanao. We're based in Mindanao. And we noticed the need for all these services to come along kasi nga, we are kind of like a starting ecosystem for startups. And we don't just focus, by the way, on startups. So we also support social enterprises, MSMEs, and maybe just to share about our journey. So we started as a project in UP Mindanao. So that was funded by the Department of Science and Technology. And later, we realized we wanted to expand our impact work to support entrepreneurs because in the theory of change to supporting startups, so we see that all this input, which is our services to startups, the end part is that they are able to support the community by job creation, and we wanted household to be empowered, and it's realized with this type of support or kumbaga impact work na we're able to create job opportunities for more Filipino people and families. So, yun, mas masaya sa amin tingnan yung ganong, kumbaga, impact work. So, maybe Candice also would like to add something.
So, Upgrade. So, on my end, I work with Upgrade and also with Ideas Davao. But mostly for Ideas Davao, right? So, what we do is we work closely with a lot of the TBIs that we have here in the region. We provide opportunities for startups as well to be able to access grants, right? Opportunities that they would otherwise not be able to access without, an entity that would give them that opportunity. So we're relatively new, right? We've been around only since 2021, but I think that we've done a lot in the past 4 years. We've been a lot more visible in the past 4 years, and you can definitely see it in the rise of the number of startups here in Davao, the number of people who want to go and enter the startup scene in Davao. And maybe we could go discuss that a little bit further
Ito mga
in the
to
latter
ranking
part.
ng Davao City. Ng Davao actually yung parang may ranking ng startup cities in the Philippines. So I
Yeah.
think maybe that's and by the way, just to clarify lang so si Upgrade Inolab is a non-profit incubator and accelerator. Si Ideas Davao is like a consortium ng startups
Yes.
here in Davao.
Yes, it's a consortium of startup and enabler.
And enablers to help empower, to help connect each other and help empower the ecosystem here.
Yes, that's right.
And then going back sa Upgrade, you mentioned kanina na, well, Upgrade is in Davao, but those incubatees and acceleratees can be anywhere in the Philippines. But are they required to like operate or base here in Davao ba?
Hindi naman. So, because sometimes we get funding from like entities like UNDP, World Bank. So sometimes they would want us to support like certain theme of like companies. So say for example, one time DOST got our services to accelerate 10 to 20 women-led social enterprises around the country. So we were able to provide services to start social enterprises in Bohol, in Baguio. Of course, many of them are in Mindanao. So, but we definitely give services even if they're not based or operating here in Mindanao.
And also, siguro just to clarify, so si Upgrade ay incubator and accelerator. Ano nga bang difference niyan?
So, pag incubator, all of the services are geared towards helping the entrepreneurs launch his or her ideas, no? So, parang idea to launch.
Okay.
The output is to launch the company.
Launch, and does it mean parang kumikita, profitable, or?
Yes. For us, our definition of being a launch company is that, of course, you should have your product, you should have your company registered, and early traction through early sales, yung mga sales. Counting sales lang naman. So just for us to see like...
to validate ng...
Yes, oo. And for acceleration, so this is where the startups mature the traction. So dapat mag-beef up na yung sales. So should be able to expand market segment, for example, no? Pwedeng ganun. So and be able also to firm up yung business model, and this is where we provide support to access funding for expansion, market access as well.
Ayun, very clear ang definition natin dun. Kasi sometimes there are still, parang, yes, I mean, ano ba talagang difference ng incubation and acceleration? But I think with that, kasi since you're doing both and meron kayong program for incubation, meron kayong for acceleration, no? So talaga mas distinct, mas nagawa yung distinct, ano ba talaga yung dalawang yan. But now, speaking of those, so now, what exactly do you do for the startups? Maybe in incubation muna, parang how exactly, do you do those services or like those benefits for them? So ano ba talaga yung benefits that incubatees can get from Upgrade?
Okay. So with the incubation program, our current program right now is Founders Lab. So in Founders Lab, we provide various support for startups, basically to prepare them to launch their companies. At the same time, to be able to get technical support, mentorship. So ito ay divided into different packages, kumbaga. So we have what we call Learning Lab. So yung sa Learning Lab namin, it's more of like the workshop that capacitate the founders dun sa mga areas na wala silang knowledge.
Like, ano yung mga
like for example, if the founders, like most of them are developers, maybe they're weak in business management. No?
Okay.
So basically the support in terms of Learning Lab is to build their capacity to manage the business because they're talented already, right? So we also have technical services. Yung technical services, it's not learning acquisition or knowledge transfer, but it's more on accessing technical, services for the company like accounting, bookkeeping, legal. So something that they cannot do by themselves, but they need to outsource the process, the talent to firm up yung structure ng company. Kasi sometimes, even if you teach founders how to do accounting and bookkeeping, it's a different...
Either they don't have the time for that or they don't like it. Kasi the founders, they are ito yung mga gusto ng gulo sa buhay or gusto ng...
Diba?
Yes,
That's why may mga fractional CFO, for example, that are like, kumbaga, they are hired talaga to join the company because these are the experts with experience in financial management systems that can help the company structure their financial flows, no? So yung system din. And of course, may intellectual property protection. So very technical services. Sometimes, if in the phase of product development, they need to access laboratories. So that's why we kumbaga, actually, before we started yung Ideas Davao, parang ginagawa na namin siya organically here in the region. So, we connect our founders dun sa mga laboratories, especially mga government laboratories. Like in Davao, we have a DigiHub Fab Lab. So, what the services that are available there, yung mga prototyping equipment for hardware.
That's good.
No? So, for food processing, so we have our food processing innovation center. So, wherein you can test yung mga sensory testing for food, yung mga research for food to, identify yung mga nutritional, yung mga nasa likod ng mga ang tawag nito?
Ng mga paket, ng mga nutritional facts.
Yes, yung mga ganun. So, these are for food innovation or food related businesses or startup companies. And right now, there's a new Fab Lab in UP Mindanao. So, it's a robotics and AI Fab Lab. So, but they're still like finishing the yung build ng Fab Lab. But the equipment, I think, were procured already. So, they just need to kumbaga, refurbish the space to house all those equipment.
So, do you help the startups identify? Kasi baka rin some of them maybe wala pang masyadong alam. Although they have good ideas or maybe they have good business backgrounds, pero yung like exact step by step So, parang kanina nga, I remember si Ride It, they mentioned na you guys actually are helping them sa IP or patenting or parang protection nung kanilang technology. So, do you also help the startups identify that area exactly na kumbaga, you need to do this at this stage. You do that for them also.
Sa amin kasi, I think the unique practice, if not unique, this is like the way we practice our incubation support. So, we after they pass dun sa due diligence to get into our program, so we conduct yung parang needs assessment test. So we call it business diagnostic. So this is where we invite yung panel of experts. Yung isa dun sa panel of expert is nandun yung finance expert. Then one is from the industry, one is an investor. Another is of course yung technical expert dun sa company, dun sa industry ng company, and of course our team. Because founders, they might not identify some of the needs because they're not aware that they need all of those things. So we diagnose it and we identify all those things through a business diagnostic session. Parang 3 hours conversation siya with the founders. Yes, so from there, we identify the kind of support that we can provide as an incubator kasi, as a non-profit, we don't have much resources. So before we run the entire support, we should be able to identify ano ba yung kukunin nilang services from us. And after that, we conduct a strategic planning. So this is per enterprise or per startup company. So dun na we help startups create their roadmap. Say like a 5-year roadmap. Anong gagawin nila to, after launching the company and all that stuff. So, and essential doon yung 9-month journey because that's their journey with us dun sa Founders Lab program. So, we usually tell them, okay, dito sa 5 years mo, yung 9 months dyan, nandito ka sa poder namin. So, ano yung mga foundational support that you need from us to help you, kumbaga, ready for the next months to come till the 5th year of your roadmap.
Actually very structured. Very structured. What year ulit na-start si Upgrade Inolab? What year?
We started mga 2018 inside UP Mindanao, but as a non-profit, 2021.
Yeah, but I mean, what I want to say here, kasi I've been around some TBIs na but ang very structured actually yung parang sa inyo. I think maybe rin to, parang naging incremental improvement siya along the years. So talagang na-upgrade si Upgrade, along the years. For acceleration, sige. Acceleration naman.
So, for acceleration, so we start with the same process, yung diagnostic pa rin. So, because they may not come from, the same stage. So, iba-iba. Depende dun sa anong maturity yung na-develop na dun sa incubation stage. Because, some of them, may mga resources na, may mga ipon that they can bootstrap. So, early traction for them would be easier and maybe they can go beyond early traction after na ma-launch, no? So, yung iba naman, they need to hustle to get the resources and be able to achieve your early traction. So we start with the business diagnostic, and we also work with financing institutions to make sure that there are people waiting for them in the entire journey. And once they mature, the necessary traction, once they achieve the necessary traction and milestone, pwede silang maging eligible for funding. So for our acceleration program this year, we work with the Bridge International in Korea, from Korea. So, and also we work with the DTI um, SB Corporation. So that's the Small Business Corporation, and of course the Davao City Investment and Promotion Center to help us monitor and see the traction of these companies while they're getting the acceleration support. Because access to capital is very crucial in expansion. Go-to-market strategy requires a lot of access to capital work, no? Parang ganyan.
Yeah, tsaka ang galing kasi kumbaga Upgrade InnoLab is really playing the role. Kumbaga, it takes an ecosystem nga to build startups, and Upgrade does not rely on its team alone, but really, parang siyang bridge din to all other organizations and institutions out there to help that startup. So that's the approach really dito na parang to give access or to give network to the startups that you incubate and accelerate para matulungan ng mga players and enablers pa out there. Now, about sa ideas Davao naman siguro with Candice, so ano exactly ang mga ginagawa ni Ideas Davao? I think medyo malapit na or a few months pa si Davao Startup Week, but for startups, so how exactly does Ideas help startups?
Yeah. So we're often confused with Upgrade InnoLab because we are basically the same team members, right? We're running Upgrade. We're also running Ideas Davao at the same time. So what makes Ideas Davao different is we don't necessarily deal with the startups themselves. It's part of the process, but we often do that. That's often mediated by by TBIs. So for example, kami, we ourselves, we do not incubate. Like a lot of, we get mga inquiries sometimes. Do you invest? Do you incubate startups? We say, no, we don't do that. Can you tell us a little bit about your startup? And we'll go and refer you to a
bridge.
TBI.
Okay.
To a TBI that may be able to help you. So, for example, if they want to do something that aligns with Upgrade, we refer them to Upgrade. If they want to do something that aligns with Adventures TBI, which you did, I think we interviewed yesterday. We go and refer them to Adventures, so on and so forth. No, so Ideas Davao serves sort of like a bridge between these startups, these TBIs, and all of the other stakeholders that determine how the ecosystem will thrive in the city. So we connect them to LGUs, we connect them to the agencies that are mandated to basically implement the Innovative Startup Act. So DICT, DOST, DTI. So although we ourselves are funded by DOST, we always bring in these, stakeholders in the conversations about startups because startups themselves cannot thrive alone, right? You cannot thrive in a hostile ecosystem. So what we do in Ideas, though, we do a lot of the background work, the leg work, a lot of the things that are not as glamorous. Because, when we think of startups, wow, tech, wow, very,
True.
but we do the background work. We do, we connect them to a lot of these mga opportunities that they can, pursue in the future. So that's it for Ideas Davao.
Oh, interesting. Now, siguro just to, para mas mabigyan natin ng picture ang ating mga audience on what Davao startups really are, or maybe what the supported startups by Upgrade really are. So maybe can you give a few examples ng mga maybe notable or mga success stories somehow na mga natulungan or nasuportahan ni Upgrade?
Yeah. So maybe to give a few, kasi medyo marami na rin
Medyo
sila, and
marami.
we wanted not to increase the number.
Okay.
Na
By the way,
cohort by
so cohort 7,
yes.
So around ilan na ba ang like total?
60 plus.
Oh, okay.
So, yung mga operating but we have
Okay.
incubated more than 100
Oh, okay.
startups na.
Oh.
Kasi may mga nagpo-fall out,
Yeah, but that's still a high number, 60 plus.
MSC. Yes.
Wow, that's a lot actually. Okay.
So maybe I'd say like
Sige.
Aim High, So,
shout out sa Aim
Aim
High,
High.
isa sa ating mga co-producer. I'll be
Right.
interviewing Aim High si Cherry Ann in a few days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sige. So for Aim High, so it's a project management application for construction companies.
Mm.
So aided by artificial intelligence, of
Mm.
course. So we started them from zero to launching the
Oh.
company.
Oh,
So
so
'cause-
incubation muna.
Yes. So because Cherry
Oh.
Ann used to be, before she launched Aim High, she used to be our mentor. Kasi
Oh.
she just came back at that time from the US.
Yes,
And she was like looking for some things to do outside
Oh.
running her family business. So
yes.
sabi niya, like, can I join your mentor
Oh,
pool?
wow.
So she sent us her background. So and we think like, okay, this woman do have like background and experience in
Yes,
sales. So we onboarded her as a sales mentor
Mentor.
for the startup companies. And after one cohort, she told us like, can I join as an incubator this time? So
Oh.
sabi namin, pwede kang mag-join but you need to go through the entire application process
Yes.
and relinquish your mentor role, no? So hindi na siya naging mentor at
Of
that
course,
time.
mentor niya sarili niya.
Mentor niya sarili niya, no? So after that, so she presented her pitch, of course.
Oh.
Idea niya pa lang yung Aim High at that time.
Oh.
So her background is not, in AI, in
Yeah.
computer or IT. So nasa sales talaga ang background niya. So we connected her to AI mentors who helped her mature the idea. And we also connected her to experts who help refine the prototype. So at that time, COVID kasi to, and AI conversation in the Philippines was premature. Parang very strange pa siya. Marami pang parang doubts and disbelief, kumbaga.
After ChatGPT pala yung talagang dumami yung mga
Totoo, no? So at that time, so we connected her to Women in AI, so through Candice. So Women in AI is a community of professionals practicing AI. It's a women group of all the AI practitioners in the Philippines. So dun kami nakakuha ng mga mentors for Cherry Ann. And until such time that she was able to launch the company, so we helped her also parang move from the launching to acquiring her early traction. So she was able to acquire some grants through DOST.
Yes.
So parang pangatlo ata namin siyang assisted startups who's able to access DOST grant. So after that, we were able to help them access yung Accenture Fund. Then,
yes, I saw that.
And one of our investors, kasi may parang investor pool din kami sa Upgrade, invested, one of the early investor of Aim High.
Oh, wow.
Another is Virtualahan. So when they entered their program, multi-awarded na si Virtualahan. So there's not much to do, but we're able to see opportunities how to help them in terms of maturing their leadership. Kumbaga, ang tawag nito, leadership group sa Virtualahan and be ready for transition.
Did they join the incubation or the acceleration?
They joined the incubation at that time.
Okay.
Yes. So kasi they were transitioning from their former CEO Ryan to Alfred Hersava, his brother. So we helped them with the entire transition, and it's a different package of support, kumbaga, in comparison with other startup companies. Of course, we also have GUPIN.OBX IT Solutions. It's also a DOST funded startup company. So it's an offline emergency system for LGUs. And yun, 0 to launching din ang kanilang journey with Upgrade InnoLab. But they were passionate about addressing disaster response issues of the LGU. So nandun na yung parang gigil ng mga founders how to address the issue of managing risk and managing emergency or crisis ng mga LGU. So when they were in our program, so we connected them to the Fab Labs to develop the prototype because it's like a 911 system customized for LGU. So iba-iba yung kumbaga customization per LGU. So and we deployed first in Cantilan, Surigao. So we fund the deployment, the prototyping, everything. So and it was COVID at that time, I remember. So during the testing, di ba nung COVID, may mga MSCQ, GECQ. So we need to secure all the permits sa lahat ng LGU from Davao City to Cantilan, Surigao. So, one of our colleagues, si Val, arranged the logistics and all just to get us from Davao to Cantilan, Surigao.
Which
to
is
do the
mga ano pa, no?
deployment.
Malayo pa rin yun, no?
Mga 8 hours.
8 hours away pa.
Oo, 8 hours away by land.
Oh, pero
So,
grabe din ang dedication nyo to help the startup.
yeah. Because I think most of us are from the development sector. So, NGO vibe
Same
and
passion.
energy. Oh, parang ganyan. And so when we did our testing, so the testing, it was participated by the Bantay Dagat, the police, the municipal office, of course, of Cantilan, Surigao, and all yung mga task force that, respond to emergency, kumbaga. So, nandun, testing for a few days. And there was one story dun sa testing na parang tinest siya. Tapos na ang testing. Then, the fisher folks were also oriented about this. Pero nag-test sila ng madaling araw. Hindi nila sinabi na magte-test sila. So, nag-send sila ng emergency prompt. Then, everybody went to
Okay.
their location.
I can imagine.
Oo. Tapos parang, nag-test lang po kami. Tapos na po yung testing kanina pang 5 p.m. So, but it was like a, good experience for us because we all see how the entire testing works and it helps us improve each time.
Mm-hmm. I remember yung mention mo kanina na impact-driven ang mga ini-incubate. So, is it really a criteria to be incubated by Upgrade yung impact? And how do you assess that?
Yes. So, they need to, dapat ay impact-driven silang lahat. So, we make them identify on set their impact metric. No? So, there's this impact Lab Toolbox. If you go to UNDP page, you search Impact Lab Toolbox.
Okay.
So, and you type your startup, it will generate your impact metric.
Oh, okay. I see.
So, we use this tool since we started because we wanted to build not just, companies we wanted that are profitable. We also wanted to build companies that do care about the people, the planet, and of course, profitability to sustain all this work.
I mean, yes. I mean, parang much din siya talaga. Although, si Upgrade is a non-profit, so of course, you still need profitability for the startups to sustain their operations. But at least much din or aligned din talaga sa parang goal nito, which is yung you mentioned nga kanina, to really build the ecosystem and really to help the society, the community here. Now, baka may interesado ng mga startups kasi parang very powerful ma-incubate or ma-accelerate kay Upgrade. So, ano nga ba yung parang process of getting into? So, siguro short lang, parang, di ba may application ito and parang siguro pahapyaw lang ng criteria or how can they be selected, parang ganun.
Okay, so we usually post our application mga October or November each year.
Once a year ba ito or
once a year lang?
Okay.
Alam mo budget.
Okay.
Hopefully
baka
next
naman,
time.
Baka naman.
Baka na yung mga funders dyan. So, and after that, so we close the call January 31st. So, mga Feb 1, we usually start calling them to schedule interviews. Pero yung mga nakakatanggap na interviews, shortlisted na sila.
Okay.
So, like for example, from 100 of the applications that we receive, we usually would shortlist it to 20. And from 20, we usually shortlist it to 10. And sometimes, if they don't fit the criteria, to 5 or to the number that only fit the criteria. Kasi our criteria are, yun lang yung kaya namin i-manage sa incubation
with
program. With the funds and with the level of the startups. Because there are some startups that you can't manage. I mean, like...
Yes.
So, ano ba yung mga hinahanap namin? So, basically, they need to have like a prototype. No? So, of course, the business idea, the prototype. So, and the founders should also send their background. No? So, and usually we see there how is their background related to the company that they're building. And if not, so where are they getting, this support to build a company outside their team? Kasi it could be from a mentor, no?
Yes.
It could be from a friend na expert dun sa binibuild nila na idea. And we usually would ask them about their plan for 9 months in building their startup company, just to get a feel how confident and how determined they are to launching the company. Kasi our incubation program is for the people who badly need our support. Kasi may mga iba incubators naman dyan. Ang
Hindi
dami namin
naman.
incubators sa
So,
Davao.
parang nilarank na rin kung sino ba talagang matutulungan ninyo.
Yes.
Diba? Okay.
And yung conversation namin sa interview, medyo mahaba-haba yun.
Oo. So, that's good. Kasi, to be honest, I think with all that you shared now, yung mga ibang TBIs, actually, they can learn a lot from this. Like, from well, may mga benchmarking naman, di ba, na nangyayari
Yes.
between the TBIs. Pero like, very structured and for me, very, kumbaga baka nahasa na nga talaga along the way. Lalo na yung, like, for example, that you put a lot into the assessment of the startup, whether fit pa talaga into incubation, not just for the matter of it, but also kung maa-address nyo ba talaga or kung matutulungan nyo ba talaga sila. And I think that really is a big thing, especially for incubators and accelerators.
Is payroll processing taking too much of your time? Introducing Sprout Payroll Starter. For as low as 5,000 pesos per month, you get a team of experts to help you with your payroll and HR needs. We'll help compute and process payroll, handle all your government compliance requirements, and automate timekeeping. Leave the payroll to us so you can focus on growing your business. Enjoy peace of mind with Sprout Payroll Starter. Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more. In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Symph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit symph.co today.
Protect your assets from bugs before bad hackers exploit them, and launch your products seamlessly with Secuna, your trusted partner in cybersecurity. Receive reports in real time and work with security experts to find bugs in your products before others do. Let's make your security our priority.
Running a business? Make it smarter with Red Circle Global. Streamline operations, boost productivity, and manage everything in one powerful ERP system. Book your free business demo today at redcircleglobal.com, guided by one of our top experts.
Now, with all of this, punta naman tayo sa stories behind Upgrade. Although yung mention na nga kanina, yung parang history niya. Pero siguro yung personal stories din ng team. Paano nga ba nabuo yung team na nag-ooperate na ng Upgrade? Kasi, to be honest, in my observation, I went to around mga magta-20 na mga incubators. Actually, in my observation, nag-matter yung mga taong nagpapatakbo ng incubator. So, sige, maybe pakwento both of you, Richard and Candice. Ano nga ba ang parang backstories pa behind Upgrade? and ideas din.
So, most of us are actually friends. You know?
Okay.
So, we used to work before in other projects, in the previous companies that we worked before.
And
So,
by
like-
the way, so you're from Davao talaga?
Yes.
Davao. Okay.
Like, myself and Candice, so we used to be in the debate varsity of the University of Mindanao.
Oh,
No.
wow.
And
Anong course? Anong...
I'm Polisci, yung sa undergrad.
Candice.
English.
Okay.
So, and our other colleagues are from UP Mindanao. So, of course, the former project leader of the UPTBI, si Professor Miguel Carlo Guillermo, and the former tech transfer director of UP Mindanao, si Ma'am Linda Benaobra, and the legal counsel of UP Min, si Attorney Valentin. No, so but most of us actually, what connects us is that we work in the development sector. Like for Ma'am Linda, she's helping a foundation that's supporting the blind people. For Attorney Valentin, she's also a legal counsel of so many nonprofit organizations in Davao. So for Sir Miguel, So he's also in the technopreneurship space and deeply involved in the startup ecosystem development here in Davao. And us naman, our capacity is that we've been working for me, I mean, I also came from the development sector. So I worked before with the drug reformist, the farmers,
Oh.
yung mga women groups, no? So that needs support to access, job opportunities para magkaroon sila ng purchasing power sa family, no? So those are like my former jobs. And I think most of us also are in the comms,
Yeah.
communication field and strategy development. So that's why if you noticed, parang most of our approach, parang yung mga approach ng mga consulting companies.
Oh.
So basically, like startups don't hire consulting companies, but they usually get it from us.
Actually, oo nga, no?
And
Parang consulting,
marketing.
parang consulting din pala ang ginagawa niyo eh.
And marketing.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we are also like we're helping other companies outside the portfolio that we support dun sa mga free programs namin. We also support other companies to run their B2B marketing, system development.
Wait, how do you do that? I mean, is it a separate, separate part pa?
This is where we generate our resources to support our startup companies.
Now I understand.
And overhead cost.
Oh, ang galing. That's a success story. Kasi napakalaking problema ng mga TBIs, so incubators, ang sustainability. So that's how you do it pala.
Oo, may
Okay,
ano
okay.
kami, Upgrade Education PH.
Oh.
It's our training. Parang siyang, it's like UPC Club, but we don't do the same parang,
Galing, galing. Sabi
training.
some other incubators out there can learn actually and how you operated this.
Yeah, maybe Candice also would like to
Sige,
share about her
give.
story.
Add a little bit first on what Richard said, because I don't think a lot of people understand that incubators barely make any money,
Yeah.
right? The return is very matagal, right? It takes years and years and years for your hard work to pay off as, an incubator. So what we usually do is, we would go and last year we did a project with UNDP. And it was a pretty big project, and that's what we use for overhead, right?
Okay.
So that's what we used to pay for our staff, mga things like that. So I think that in many ways we do a lot of the non-incubation stuff to fund our incubation.
Although I think that's still part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what's really cool about our team, I'll always say this, is that we have very good team dynamics. If you look at, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but if you look at other TDIs, kasi it's they're quite, the people in their team are in very similar, how would I say, parang fields or very similar talents, right? A lot of them come from engineering backgrounds. I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yes.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
But there's a tendency kasi for, in my opinion, incubators to go and hire just tech people.
Okay, gets
People
through
from entrepreneurship backgrounds, from engineering backgrounds. So with us is we see it as kind of like a people first dynamics, right? So we're very personable, right? We're a very personable team. Mababait kaming lahat. So we come from very diverse backgrounds, right? When Val is like from an education background, I am from a literature background, linguistics background. Chart is from a political science background, so on and so forth. So a lot of these things kind of pay off sa Upgrade in the sense now we're bringing in a lot of these very diverse experiences and opinions, and we use that kind of as a capital to keep Upgrade going. What's nice about it is you see a lot of these perspectives. We talk to each other openly about, what we think is best for Upgrade. So, minsan nga, parang binubuli namin konti si Richard. Parang hindi namin siya boss ang ganyan.
Yeah.
But overall, we're friends, above everything.
That's good. A listening president.
Yes. We're friends, and I think that's really what makes Upgrade. I think it's one of the things that really made Upgrade sustain itself. Where our
interesting,
dynamics is
actually.
great.
Yeah. By the way, so how many kayo sa team now?
There are about 15 of us.
Ang dami.
Pero hindi kami lahat ay bayad.
Okay, okay.
Kasi non-profit. So, some are on like consultancy engagement, but they usually would appear at every meetings kasi they wanted to catch up. They also wanted to present other projects. So, yun. Pero each year, parang we notice the number is growing kasi we just started with 2 to 5 to 10, not to 15.
Now, I want to ask medyo personal na thoughts lang on this kasi first of all, I want to ask, sino bang nauna sa inyo sa upgrade? And then, paano nga ba?
How I did.
Oh, yeah, how you...
So I used to work in UM as their technology officer.
Okay,
no?
okay.
So then later, so there was this opportunity in UP to be their project development officer. For that, formerly...
Yung linunch yung si upgrade. Yung part nung...
UPTBI.
Okay.
Oo. So after that, I joined their project for 2 years.
Oh.
So tas ako na yung parang PDO hanggang sa natapos yung project.
Okay.
And then at that time, then we talk with all of the project members, project team. So then we decided, okay, since there's no resources for the meantime in university, maybe we can do something to continue the impact work.
Oh, wow.
No?
But, I mean, ang galing kasi nabuhay nyo siya. I mean, nasustain nyo siya.
Yes.
And now, ito yung mas gusto kong tanongin na medyo mas personal nga. What was the motivation to do this? Kasi you could have let the die. I mean, you could have let I mean, not to say pero but you could have let the incubator wither away, di ba? Pero baka may factor din dito kasi you're aligned now with like the impact work, But what was the motivation really for you, Richard, and maybe for you later than Candice to ituloy pa ito and i-build pa ito?
Yeah, I think it's the result that we see sa mga incubatees namin. So, maybe I could share with the journey of UBX IT solution with their company Geopindot, no? So, when they came into our incubator, so very lost talaga sila. So it was just an idea. They have pitched it into like Aquaton. They won, pero after that wala nang nangyari dun sa idea. So nung nalaman nila na may incubator na sa Davao, so they submitted their application. And from 0 to 1, they were able to launch their company. Tapos after a few months, they sent us an invitation expanding their operation in CDO to their opening of their new office in CDO. Tas we didn't respond immediately dun sa invitation kasi super busy at that time, fundraising season. So they went to our office and dati nakamotor lang sila, tapos pagbalik nila sa house, sasakyan na sila. So, and we love to see these milestones of our incubatees, and I think in the body of work that we do, as professionals, we don't see that fast transformation to our portfolio. I mean, me before with the projects that I work with, so hindi masyadong mabilis yung transformation ng hard work ng mga professionals. I mean, like working with the communities, ang sarap din ng feeling, but you don't see this fast transformation, no? But with the startup community, you see them launching their companies, employing more people, and expanding their operations. So, ang bilis lang talaga. That's why the caveat is it has to be impact-driven.
Yeah.
Kasi sa bilis mo, ano bang ginagawa mo sa mundo? I mean, for the people, for the planet, no? So, we should make use of the opportunity that you can move faster. Diba?
I love that. Nakakapintig ng puso. Sige, si Candice naman.
So, what was the question again? I got lost with the story.
What was your nakaka-drama masyado eh.
Medyo naiyak ako
May
konti.
parang what's your motivation?
Yeah.
Maybe until now, that you still keep working, keep doing this.
Yes. Me and another colleague, Jom, we joined the upgrade team, and the ideas team sort of at the same time, right? So we were doing ideas. We were also helping out upgrade at the same time. 2021. Back then, if I may share, we were like, our budget was very, very low. We had 1.5 million for an entire year because it was a trial. Parang DOST was doing a trial. Maybe we should go and fund opportunities for ecosystem development. And then they said, okay, so do trial 1.5 million. So in our earliest days, we would grovel and beg for people to go and help us, do events with us because nobody knew us, right? Who is this Ideas Davao? Who's this Upgrade InnoLab? Who are these people messaging me? So it was really, really, really a tough first year. We were, going around the city. Richard was, tapping all of his contacts to go and do events with us, to hold ecosystem development opportunities, mga things like that. So it was a very, very tough first year. But what really motivated me or us as a team was that we could see progress, like very, very tangible progress. You go if you were ever here in Davao in 2020, like pre 2021, you would not know that there are startups here. Like a lot of the startups, they know each other, but they don't really talk. There's not a lot of opportunities for them to collaborate, to network. Kung meron man, it's very small. It's usually hosted by, smaller communities that, don't really have funding. So it's a little bit more difficult with them. But, we did the first Davao Startup Week and we said, oh my God, we did this with zero funding, right? And then we did it the next year, and then we saw, hala, that's we surpassed our own KPIs by 200%. And then we did it again the third year and the fourth year. And now it was people were coming in, organizations were coming in left and right. Hi, Ideas Davao, I want you guys, maybe we can do this, we can do that together. So it's really, I would say, of course, parang pangit naman na sabihin na we did this all by ourselves, right? But we're so lucky to be able to do what we love doing in a community that wants it actively.
Actually, yeah. Kaya
Right.
nag-activate eh. Parang
Yeah.
inactivate niya eh.
Yeah. One of the comments that a lot of the mga outside, Davao people would say, you guys are so lucky because the people in Davao are so open to helping out. Because in our city, they don't want to be a mentor unless they are paid, or they don't want to go and talk on sa mga events unless they are paid for their time, because they're this and they're that. There are people who reach out to us really and just go and say, please let me do this.
Oh, wow.
I will pay you to let me talk. I will really, for example, the Bloom, right? They would we just go and ask them, sir, can we do this? Can we do that? And then they give us an entire
Oh, wow.
function room all to ourselves, no? So it's such an open collaborative ecosystem. And I think that with our team as well, Richard, you will cry, I'm telling you. Richard really does. He doesn't say it a lot, but he will always. I know that he, a lot of the motivation for making Upgrade sustainable is for us as a team as well to be able to do what we do, right? Richard, he would sleep at midnight just so he could write grants. Kasi, and the rest of us, of course, but also him, really, to ensure na our team members, are paid, that our, mga associates are given, enough money to sustain themselves, because it's really, 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 really difficult. But I honestly don't think we would have been able to do what we do without Richard. So, Charlie, you may now cry.
Naiyak na.
So, shout out to
Birthday
Richard. It is his legacy.
Yeah.
We parang joke lang namin siya because again, we're friends, no? But really, he's done so much for the startup. He's done so much for the startup community, and everywhere we go, people ask, "Where is Richard? Where is Richard?" So, mga ganyan. That's
Yeah.
how popular he is in the
Yeah,
startup
pero
space.
grabe. Even I can attest actually. Even I was in other parts of Mindanao, laging binabanggit si Richard Day. To be honest. Yes. Kasi maybe you're also one of the parang naunang mga incubators dito. So a lot of the TBIs din parang
Tumanda naman.
hindi. Pero I mean, mas matanda yung mga ibang sa ibang incubators na. Pero kayo yung nauna actually kasi. And actually even outside Mindanao, sikat si Upgrade. And ayun, I think baka naiyak na si Sir Richard dito. Pero grabe, I mean, ayun nga siguro, siguro what I want to say din, what I want to add kanina is running Upgrade is also like a startup kasi parang binuhat mo rin talaga from zero no? I mean, actually, you had an initial funding pero I mean, you really carried that responsibility and that mission to uphold to si Upgrade in order to help more startups din.
Maybe just to give you a picture, so
Okay.
like for the month of July, we have 8 consulting work and 2
Mm.
schedules for our Founders Lab incubation activities. So we scheduled 8 consulting work to finance 2 startup activities. So, and it happens like every month, no? So
Oh.
like that's how it looks like. Hustling.
At saka I think I'm getting the here unique si Upgrade, super unique si Upgrade. Lalo sa Mindanao, maybe ang parang counterpart nito somehow for example sa Metro Manila, yung mga private na mga walang ganun pa sa Mindanao no? Kayo yung actually, and I think even with compared to them, unique yung model ninyo, unique yung structure ninyo. And for me, I have to say, I have talked with the other enablers. This is a very unique na working. So I'm amazed the structure. So actually I'm amazed with how Upgrade happened. Ayun siguro last question na lang well, you mentioned na kanina about the Davao startup ecosystem, and siguro maybe you can share more about Davao Startup Week na in September pero actually that's also another thing. Even in other parts of Mindanao, sikat si Davao Startup Week. When I went to I remember Cagayan de Oro tsaka sa Iligan. I think you know the TBIs there yeah. They mentioned, I was there sa CDO in sa Iligan, but they keep on mentioning si Davao Startup Week. But siguro, yeah, for the Davao Startup ecosystem, kamusta na nga ba ngayon ang ecosystem as a whole? And siguro, ano nga ba meron sa Davao Startup Week?
Maybe I'll give the mic first to
Sige,
Candice
sige.
because she's doing a lot of community development work for Ideas Davao, and she's just last year's Startup Week convener.
Yes.
So yeah, maybe.
And by the way, kailan nag-start ang pinakaunang Davao Startup Week?
2022. So this is our fourth.
Fourth na. Okay.
Yeah. So Davao Startup Week is an annual event that started in 2022. It's sort of our like flagship celebration every year. And what's amazing about Davao Startup Week is it is community led, right? So we hold the convening, which is the convening is tomorrow. Stakeholders, make sure you go tomorrow.
Yung sa UIC, tama ba?
Yes. So we're going to we bring in stakeholders, mga community groups and stuff like that. LGUs, HEIs, TBIs. We put them in a room like this, and we go and discuss. Okay. This is we're doing Startup Week this year. What do you guys want? What do you want to see? So it's really a community thing. It's not just an Ideas Davao thing.
Oo, tsaka hindi lang small team na nag-ooperate. Talagang lahat nag-contribute.
Yes.
Oh.
So while the project management team itself, there are around 5 of us. Obviously, we cannot do an entire, a whole run with just 5 people. But we have a lot of people who reach out to be associates, reach out to be volunteers. So it's absolutely community led. So we go, we put them in a room. They say, okay, I didn't like this part so much last year. Can we do this? Can we do that? I think this year the theme should be like this, should be like that. We do that with them, right? It's a long and difficult process, but I think it's what makes Davao Startup Week work. And we've been able to expand Davao Startup Week, make it bigger every year. We started off with 11 pre-events, 3-4 main events in 2021. Last year, I believe we did 26 pre-events and around 5, 6, 7 main events, with overall a reach of around 3,500 people in person. Hindi pa kasali yung mga online events niyan, no? So it's getting bigger every year, and we're getting more and more people wanting to be part of Davao Startup Week every year. What's amazing about it is that people are actually coming in and saying, hey, I want to go and contribute. I want to sponsor. I want to do an event. I'm from this group in Manila. We would love to be able to help you out with Davao Startup Week. Can we please do this and do that? So what we do, we connect them with maybe stakeholders around the city who would be interested in hosting them, or we connect them with maybe startups, for example, that they could go and collaborate with. We guide them through the pre-event process and the main events process, and basically we handhold, no? So ganyan. I think that's what's missing with a lot of the startup weeks around the city. It's just, okay, register your event here and you're done,
True,
right?
true.
Do it under this banner and then okay,
Yes,
great, right? It looks great, right? It looks great on the website and stuff like that. But it also feels very impersonal kasi that way. I'm not saying that, obviously it's difficult to do it, but we get to do it because we have people who volunteer for it, people who want to do it. So this year we're hoping for obviously a bigger Davao Startup Week. Our colleague Val is convening this week. It's going to be a big, big challenge. So we tease him and say, okay, you have big shoes to fill, Val, because this has to be bigger than ever. And this is our last year of funding so far, no? So it's a little bit more difficult this year. But yeah, there's that. If there's anybody watching who would love to collaborate for Davao Startup Week, please reach out to Ideas Davao. We would love to go and sit down with you, talk about opportunities to for you guys to be part of Davao Startup Week. We're a nice cooperative community. Please don't hesitate to reach out. And yeah, back to Richard.
Yeah, tsaka cooperative actually, no. Nagulat ako talaga dun sa mga taong willing pa magbayad para makatulong, Pero grabe, I mean, you can see that na rin eh. Pay it forward somehow, Kasi maybe these are the people who already became successful then and they really just want to see other people become successful.
Our website last year for the Davao Startup Week was sponsored by a company, so they deployed all their talents.
Oh, wow.
And they developed the website. We just give them like the
Ang galing.
content.
Actually, tsaka ang galing nyo, nakakuha niyo yung mga sponsors, Ang galing,
Shout
Yeah,
out to
actually,
Brick Road Studios for the beautiful website last year.
This year
Oh.
ulit. Oo. And maybe like a preview to like the landscape of the startup ecosystem here in the region right now. So Davao City is now ranked 3 nationwide sa startup ecosystem index. And globally, the growth rate is at 97.7%.
Wow, doble.
So it's parang the only city in the Philippines that increase its ranking this year kasi lahat parang bumaba ang ranking.
Talaga.
Yes. So though we're happy with the development here in Davao, so we also kind of sad with like the situations of other cities in the Philippines. So maybe like there's a lot of factors that affects the decline, but surely it's something that we also wanted to kumbaga improve each year from our performance last year. So want to also check like how's the situation in other cities and maybe like also advance the preparation baka mangyari din yun sa to other cities in the region. And hopefully next year we can put another city from the region in the global startup ranking. So we're eyeing Tagum to be part of the list next year,
Oh.
hopefully. So because we're seeing a lot of startups coming from Tagum City from the last 2 years. So it's like a promising city in terms of startup development.
May incubator na ba dun? Tagum?
Wala, but there's the nearest is in Panabo,
Okay,
Bugsay
yeah.
TBI.
Bugsay.
Right.
Oh. But yung mentioned kanina, yung maybe the cities can actually help each other or actually even just learn from each other.
Yeah.
And I think sa conversation natin ngayon, ang dami natin pwedeng matutunan dito for And I think there should be more, not just benchmarking parang more sharing of maybe best practices, what worked. Even yung you mentioned kanina on how you operated si Davao Startup Week. Like, there's a team, but really contributions from different players. I think that's something that can be done actually in other cities by other enablers or players out there. So, I think siguro nga more, of course, maganda pa rin yung may parang healthy competition, di ba? Pero
Right.
siguro more learning from each other. And I think Davao is super rising, to be honest, in what I see.
Thank you so
Ba-
much.
Parang talagang 97, 97
0.7% growth rate.
Grabe naman yun, no? Ano yun, exponential. Ayun, thank you so much, Richard and Candice. Ano pa pala? Future plans. Ano nga bang future plans for Upgrade? Siguro, ano bang next steps na gagawin niyo? Although, si Davao Startup Week ay sa
September. Mm-mm.
and maybe call for a next cohort is, well, starting October, no?
October.
But maybe can you share, ano ba yung future pa Ano ba yung mga next na gagawin?
Yeah, for Upgrade, so we're trying to expand our services to the startup community. So we have started venture building this year. So we have a joint venture partnership with a spin-off in Bukidnon, so Experience Science. So we hope to add more portfolio under that program because we have seen entrepreneurs very willing to grow their company, but it's just that they can find other co-founders who fit their criteria of a co-founder, and some of them may align to what we do and how we support the entrepreneurs community, so we wanted to help them further. For Founders Lab, we're opening the call on October of this year, and hopefully there would be more entrepreneurs that will submit their application to that program. We have seen the age na parang pabata ng pabata yung pumapasok sa Founders Lab. So we want to see more diversity. So of course, like this year, so we've seen like 2 or 3 teams na mga early career entrepreneurs. So some of them are still in school. Half of the team are, just landed their first job. So it's like an interesting dynamics. At the same time, with all the work that we do, we document. Kasi this is how we track our progress.
And you learn.
Yung case study. Case study, how we can better the program.
Improve. Yes.
And definitely communicate this development to our funders. Because we wanted them to see like the realistic situation here in Davao, that the rest of Mindanao where our portfolios are, located. And we're actually wanting to publish our case studies in the coming...
that's super nice.
Yeah.
Actually, siguro kaya rin
months.
Super nag-work, no, na yun nga, medyo hindi kayo tech background or business background at the first place. Pero mahalaga din yung for an incubator or for an enabler, yung documentation and yung communication, which is actually baka na-oversee din ng ibang sa mga nangyayari sa iba. So, I guess it's still helpful if you have like a tech background. And I think for sure naman now, you have already adopted a lot of those tech and business stuff But you still have that, that knowledge then on communication, documentation. Kasi I think those are really stuff. Parang systems din yun So, I think meron kayong, parang advantage din on like knowing.
We also do fundraising, but
fundraising.
For events management sometimes.
Okay. So I mean for the other, parang yun yung consulting part
Yes.
na yun. Okay.
I like that.
Introducing Aim High. Smarter construction management starts here. Monitor costs and progress with real-time insights. Plan ahead and adapt with streamlined scheduling tools. Make data-driven decisions to avoid costly delays. Increase efficiency and profit with Aim High.
Ayun, sige. So, thank you so much. And by the way, if our listeners want to know more about Upgrade, actually, dami natin views. Actually, nagulat ako Mas madami ito compared dun sa mga startups kanina na views. How can they know more about you? Where can they, maybe you can lead them to the website ni Upgrade or maybe si Ideas or kay Davao Startup Week,
Yeah.
Or Facebook page.
Yes, of course, they can find us on our Facebook page, Upgrade Inolab Incorporated, and our website, www.upgradeinolab.com for Ideas Davao.
So you can find us as well on Facebook at Ideas Davao and also ideasdavao.org. For Davao Startup Week, we have our own website, but I don't think it's up yet. But once it is, you can find us at davaostartupweek.org. We're very, very active. We're very, very responsive. So if you guys ever want to do maybe something collaborative, please reach out.
Ang mga nag-a-attend ba ng Davao Startup Week? Of course, Davao, Mindanao. Meron bang mga like from Luzon, ganyan?
Oh,
Marami din.
yeah. We
Okay.
even have some international visitors every
okay.
now and then. So last year we did an event for angel investors. So we had a bunch of angel investors fly in from different, parts of the country to go and be part of the pioneering team, pioneering members of the angel investors group.
I hope I can attend. But
Gusto mo maging angel
September.
investor?
I'm not necessarily on that. Hindi pa ako ganun kayaman. Hindi pa mayaman. Pero, I mean the startup week. I mean the Davao startup
Yes,
week. But
please,
September na.
please.
So, sige, abangan natin yan. Ayun, thanks so much.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
And salamat sa mga nakinig.
Thank you very much to our 60 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskLex PH Academy, our official e-learning partner with certifications on Lean Six Sigma, product management, data science, and more. Pixel by ePlayment. Turn content into opportunities and funds into real community with Pixel by ePlayment. Sign up now at pixel.eplayment.co. School of Profits, Filipino-led community for aspiring freelancers, VAs, agency builders, and online earners. Built to help you start, grow, and earn online together. Founders Launchpad, our ecosystem partner. Early stage accelerator providing venture capital funding, operational support, and mentorship. Hire BC Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Agile Data Solutions, the Philippines' fastest growing market insights tech company with data gathering platform Hustle PH. Smile Checks, streamline hiring and onboarding with automated background checks. Cloud CFO, cloud accounting service provider for businesses ready to grow. Cloverly Tech, all-in-one digital platform for property developers. Paddy Beaties, accessible and personalized diabetes self-management application. HKB Digital Services, tech-based business tools including payroll, ticketing, and loyalty rewards. Hyperstocks, digital banking enabler for rural and thrift banks. One CFO, CFO services, bookkeeping and tax and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. Unawa, driving digital transformation with secure, legally enforceable electronic signatures and robust AML compliance. School Tech, all-in-one AI integrated school and learning management system. Better Support, a Manila-based BPO company. They have a referral program for people who can bring in new clients. You might know a Western-based business that needs better support. Britanna, enterprise-grade ERP solution that fits a small and medium business budget. Wonder Brand, data science-driven brand strategy and design for emerging markets. East Point Business Outsourcing Services, one-stop shop for streamlined business solutions for MSMEs such as business registration, bookkeeping, and more. Doon, Philippines' first fully insured peer-to-peer car-sharing marketplace. Divico Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. NutriCoach, personalized nutrition and weight loss programs for you. This episode is powered by Lablog, Sugbodok, JIA Engineering Solutions, Algacon Aquafeeds 1LJ, Grey Wolf Technologies Philippines, Pareto Consulting, Jure.ph, Big Giant Games, Pahatid PH, Wishless PH, Tech Tribe, Yay, Uplift Code Camp, Board Prep, Dohey Philippines, Edfolio, Hive Rooms, Kazam, CodeSham, Sirius MD. Support the podcast through the links in the description.